As we all know, 1/3 of RockAFella Inc., which owns Reasonable Doubt, is for sale. And I've gotten a lot of calls, a lot of offers. I don't know if people are hummer stunting, or not. We'll see who shows up. But I definitely got some very healthy offers, and I appreciate those.
So you image yourself after a gay painter. Your big homie want to look like a gay painter.
What are we talking about here?
We're talking about Basquiat. He wants to look like a gay painter.
Jay got all of my trophies, man. That's because he signed that contract.
What contract?
The one with Beyonce.
You set it up, man.
No, if you don't sign, you don't give him a trophy, she ain't coming.
It seems like 50 Cent is stirring the pot once again, this time targeting Jay-Z. The drama kicked off when Dame Dash dropped a bombshell video revealing that he's looking for bidders for his 1/3 ownership of RockAFella Records. And to make things even more interesting, or maybe just to show off, Dame added that he's throwing in an original RockAFella chain if the bid exceeds $10 million. Guess who reportedly slid into his DMs with an offer? You guessed it, minus 50 Cent. Word on the street is that 50 is ready to put down some serious cash to claim that RockAFella share. And in classic 50 Cent fashion, he couldn't resist taking a shot at Jay-Z in the process. But Jay-Z's legal team didn't waste any time responding. They made some strategic moves by filing paperwork to ensure that the copyrights for the legendary Reasonable Doubt album revert back to Jay-Z by 2031, a move that was already in the works. This just throws a wrench into any potential buyer's plans to cash in, especially since the minimum bid is set at a cool $1.2 million. Here's where things get even more interesting. 50 Cent isn't offering over $10 million just out of the goodness of his heart. This could be his ultimate power move in his long-standing beef with Jay-Z. 50 is itching to secure that share, not just for the business, but so he can go into full troll mode on Jay-Z across social media. But that's not all. Rumor has it that 50 is on a mission for revenge. He's reportedly gearing up to expose how RockAFella has allegedly been scamming artists for years. And you can bet he's going to make it personal with Jay-Z. So what's really going on behind the scenes? Is this legal battle between Dame Dash and Jay-Z finally reaching its climax? And is 50 really about to dive headfirst into this mess just to get one over on Jay? Let's break it all down.
If you do want to buy 1/3 of RockAFella Inc., you are going to have to bring some bread, and anything over $10 million, I'm going to sweeten the pot. You get an original RockAFella chain from off my neck.
Dame Dash's 1/3 stake in Jay-Z's RockAFella Records is officially going up for auction. But there's a catch. There might be some crucial strings attached. According to a source who spilled to Billboard, these shares could come with certain limitations. Recent federal court filings reveal that the U.S. Marshals Service is set to auction off Dash's 33.3% share of the iconic record label. This auction is all about settling an $823,000 judgment against Dame Dash from a lawsuit filed by movie producer Josh Weber over a failed film deal. If you're thinking about bidding on Dame Dash's 1/3 stake in RockAFella Records, be prepared to shell out some serious cash. The auction has a minimum bid of $1.2 million, and potential bidders need to put down a $240,000 deposit just to participate. So what exactly is up for grabs? The sale includes Dash's share in RockAFella, and the crown jewel is the rights to Jay-Z's iconic debut album, Reasonable Doubt. However, the rest of RockAFella's music catalog is owned by other entities and isn't part of this sale, as the label stopped operating in 2013. Now, here's where things get complicated. Jay-Z and Kareem Biggs Burke, who own the other 2/3 of RockAFella, have tried to block this auction. They even made some changes to the company's bylaws and got involved in the lawsuit, but a federal judge put a stop to that back in February. While the opportunity to own a piece of RockAFella history is sure to attract some high rollers, there's a catch. A source told Billboard that there are significant limitations with this auction. You're not just buying a piece of Reasonable Doubt, you're buying into a company with other stakeholders, which could complicate things. The insider explained that whoever purchases Dash's stake in RockAFella will be a minority owner with no authority over decision-making. They won't have the power to sell the copyright or borrow against the master recordings, as all decisions require a majority vote. The source also pointed out that time is running out on RockAFella's rights to Reasonable Doubt, and the revenue from this asset won't last much longer. What they're hinting at is Jay-Z's ability to exercise his copyright termination rights, which would allow him to reclaim the album's rights 35 years after its release in 1996. This means that by 2031, Jay-Z could regain full control, leaving the new owner with only about 7 years before the company's main asset is gone. So anyone thinking of bidding better keep that ticking clock in mind. But it seems there's one person who couldn't care less about all these complications because they're more interested in settling a score with Jay-Z than anything else. And yes, you guessed it, it's 50 Cent. He's all about petty revenge, and this auction is just another chance for him to one-up Jay. The tension between 50 Cent and Jay-Z has been simmering for over 2 decades, evolving from what started as friendly competition into a full-blown feud. Let's take it back to 1999 when 50 Cent dropped his track How to Rob, taking his first shots at Jay-Z. Naturally, Jay-Z wasn't going to let that go unanswered, so he fired back on Some Like It Hot with the now iconic line, "I'm about $1, what the F is 50 Cent?" But in 2002, Jay-Z tried to downplay the situation during an interview with Angie Martinez, making it seem like everything was cool between him and 50.
He was like,
Wait,
yo,
who,
you know,
you and 50 Cent?
yeah, you know, I respect your record. Yeah, I like that record. It was hot. But you know, I gotta spank you dogs. That was the conversation. No doubt. Do your thing.
Right.
However, 50 Cent had a different perspective. In a 2009 interview with Rolling Stone, he accused Jay-Z of having a superiority complex, saying he has a king complex. He thinks he's effing Jesus with his Jehovah stuff. But that wasn't all. 50 also called out Jay-Z for betraying his RockAFella artists. He was talking about RockAFella, "We family, it's the RockAFella gang," but then using traditional business tactics, 50 told Rolling Stone. He didn't have their interests in mind. He was just doing what he had to do for himself. 50 Cent isn't the only one who's accused Jay-Z of betraying his artists. Multiple industry insiders have alleged that Jay-Z intentionally held back the commercial success of his RockAFella artists to ensure they didn't outshine him in popularity. Remember when the late, great DMX exposed Jay-Z for sabotaging the release of his 6th album just because Jay-Z changed his mind about retiring?
You know, what happened was, like I said, I had the crazy track record, Def Jam, everything was good. I go to do the 6th album. And
Jay-Z became president.
Yeah. When he first got the job, he hit me with the call like, "Yo, dog, MH is running the building." Like, "Yo, you good?" Finish the album, shoot the video. What happened? Niggas go on vacation and, we don't know. What you mean you don't know? How do you listen to a whole album, pick a single, shoot a video, then don't know? Okay, I see what's really good. You're trying to eliminate the competition. Because at first you retire, then get me off the label, now you're back rapping again. Okay. It's all good. It's all good.
Something similar allegedly happened to Beanie Sigel. According to TK Kirkland, Jay-Z deliberately sabotaged Beanie because he feared Beanie might surpass him.
You couldn't be bigger than Jay-Z on Jay-Z's label, if that makes any sense. They wasn't gonna push you to, that you couldn't be bigger than Jay-Z. You couldn't sell more records than Jay-Z. But all you had to do was listen to Beanie Sigel. Beanie Sigel was, oh my God. Oh my God. And there's no hate to nobody. Jay-Z, you still my dog. You did my birthday party. You're a multi-billionaire now. Beanie Sigel, you still my I'm always gonna show you love. So, it's amazing because of the educational level in life, how you have to explain things.
And you said that an executive.
Then there's Jaguar Wright, who claimed that Jay-Z went so far as to eliminate rapper Big L out of pure jealousy. Back in the early 90s, Big L was practically a local legend in the Harlem underground hip-hop scene, known for his incredible freestyling skills. In 1992, Big L signed a deal with Columbia Records, and his debut album dropped the following year. Despite the album's success, Columbia dropped him less than a year later, supposedly over creative differences. Big L didn't let that stop him. He launched his own independent label, Flamboyant Entertainment, and began working on his second studio album. He even caught the attention of RockAFella's Dame Dash, who started discussing the possibility of signing Big L and his crew as a group. But just as things were looking up, tragedy struck. Big L was killed in a drive-by shooting in Harlem. Now, here's where things get really suspicious. Gerard Woodley, one of Big L's childhood friends, was arrested in connection with the murder, but due to insufficient evidence, he was released. To this day, Big L's murder remains unsolved. This is where things get even more interesting. Jaguar Wright has made some explosive claims, suggesting that Big L suspected Jay-Z might have been involved in his downfall. According to Jaguar, Big L even hinted at this in his track The Enemy.
Armed to the teeth and ready to kill. Sean Carter, I believe everything that Big L ever told me. He never lied to me. Lamont never lied to me. And the last time I was with him, he told me that you was going. And he told me not to trust you. And he told me to watch out for you. And he told me that your greatest sin is coveting. Sean Carter, you're a coveter.
Fast forward to 2023, and 50 Cent dropped a bombshell during an interview with Big Boy TV. He claimed that Jay-Z tried to use his NFL connections to sabotage 50's performance at the 2022 Super Bowl. According to 50, it was only thanks to Eminem stepping in and insisting that 50 be part of the show that he got to perform.
Look, Jay-Z and them was putting it together. So I think they still harbor some energy towards me.
You think you were purposely left out of the ad?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think. I think that they were saying the NFL has some issues with me that I don't know what those issues are. Like, what is the issue? So now look, what I'm saying to you is, look, when you start looking at, that's not mine, that's theirs. They harbor, right? But when you look at M is looking at the entire legacy.
Yeah.
The whole thing, like with M, Dre, and myself, like I'm a shady aftermath. You see what I'm saying? Like, it do so much G-Unit Records.
Right.
They forget that I'm M and Dre's artist.
Tony Yayo, a longtime friend of 50 Cent and a member of G-Unit, recently backed up this story during a chat on Vlad TV. He hinted that Jay-Z has a history of pulling underhanded moves to undermine rappers he sees as a threat. "Nobody has outsold us," bro, Yayo said, adding that 50 Cent never lets anything slide. Once you're on his bad side, expect endless drama. It seems like 50 has been biding his time, waiting for the perfect moment to get his revenge on Jay-Z. Rumor has it that he's now set on buying Dame Dash's share of RockAFella, even though the ownership is set to expire in a few years. Apparently, it's all about spite, with 50 determined to use this auction as an opportunity to get under Jay-Z's skin. And with Dame Dash throwing in an original RockAFella chain with the shares, it's easy to imagine 50 Cent flaunting that chain and using it as his latest prop to troll Jay-Z all over social media. Some fans are criticizing both Dame and 50, saying they need to move on and quit with all the antics, arguing that they're not even on Jay-Z's radar. One person commented, "Think about it. Jay never mentions these two, but every chance 50 gets, he's trolling Jay. Man, you're rich, grow up." On the other hand, some believe that Jay-Z's silence is strategic, making him appear above the drama while possibly pulling sneaky moves behind the scenes. As one fan put it, he doesn't speak publicly because he's too busy doing dirty business behind 50's back, like trying to block him from performing at the Super Bowl. Who knows what else? What's your take on all this drama? With Dame Dash putting his RockAFella shares up for auction, how do you feel about 50 Cent allegedly gearing up to make the highest bid just to one-up Jay-Z? Do you think Jay-Z's used truly unbothered, or is he quietly making moves behind the scenes? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to check out the next video.